days when you wished someone at workplace would be slightly more empathetic towards you for what you are going through in your personal life. But let's be honest, anyone hardly cares to be empathetic about your personal struggles, and especially when they have no clue about it. However, today, let me take you through a very personal experience on how empathy at workplace could create pockets of magic, how empathy made life feel little more meaningful in this otherwise chaotic, fast, busy and potentially ruthless world. A world that will not leave an inch of space for almost any human emotion. Honestly speaking, in this capitalist avatar of the world, individuals and organizations are busy making profits. Can't blame. Everyone wants to race ahead of time, and hence empathy at workplace might be extremely momentary and absolutely never long lasting. It's gold when you can still manage to find someone or your teeny tiny small group of 2-3 co-workers who knows a little more about you as a human, who understands you and shows a bit of empathy towards you because they know about your struggles. In my case, empathy at workplace, though feeling way powerless, somehow managed to bridge a gap created by capitalism. This was a time when I was asked to let go of someone at my workplace. It was years ago, but I'll always remember how it changed the way I understood empathy. This story may show you how sometimes empathy is not just about comforting someone, but it's about feeling their pain as your own and still doing what you must. Empathy is a word you may hear a lot at work, but I don't think you truly understand it until you are forced to live it. Sorry, I'm recovering from a bit of cold and flu. I'm wearing this head cap as well. Someone from my workplace was empathetic enough, suggested me this herbal recipe. Little bitter, but I feel it has some healing properties. This was a young, dynamic guy, sharp mind, humble heart, the kind of employee who had the passion in his eyes, the same that I remember having when I left my small hometown to build a life on my own. This guy would often sneak up my desk with questions. He always wanted to get better. I would help him with his business communications, presentation skills, etc. And honestly, I enjoyed those moments. Watching someone grow, that is a good part of being their manager. Until one day, his name came up in this organization restructuring list. Cost saving, they said. I stared at that email way longer than I should have. Couldn't sleep. I knew the next day I have to be the one to break the news to him. Next morning, he came to the office, same calm smile, same polite tone, and I had to narrate the decision I personally was in complete disagreement with. Yes, I watched his expression change, the look of trying to stay composed even when your world is falling apart around you. And in that moment, I saw myself in him. Years back, when I was sitting across multiple interviews, silently begging someone would give me an opportunity, not just for my technical answers, but for who I was. In this particular moment, I learned something that no leadership book teaches you. Empathy isn't just about feeling sorry. It's about seeing yourself in the other person's story, even when you are sitting on the opposite ends of the decision table. Of course, I did whatever I could after that. I made calls, sent references for him, offline reached out to people I knew in the industry, and few weeks later, thankfully, he landed on an even better job. He was talented indeed. He texted me, "Thank you for not turning away." You know what? That one line meant to me more than any award or any promotion I have received till now. Because he may have saved his career, but I felt like I too won with him. We still talk often about leadership, about maturity at workplace, about how empathy doesn't make you weak, it makes you more powerful as a human. And maybe that is what I want to leave you with today. When you are in a position to make a hard call, do it, but do it with compassion. When you notice someone struggling, ask, Ask before judging. Don't assume they will say it, but when they do, lend your ears. Listen. And this, trust me, when they say to you, is fragile gold. Hold it with both your hands. It's not something that everybody gets to earn and win trust. You might not be able to change their outcome, but you can change how they feel walking through it with them. And I try to do exactly this in my one-on-one sessions as well. I do not do guru sessions, but just in case you want to let some of these feelings out, feel someone become empathetic towards you, I welcome you to fill up the sign-up form that I have kept in the description. No strings attached. It's completely free. I started this YouTube channel with a very solitary purpose of bringing together working professionals like you and me to open up to some of these thoughts which are always stuck within us and see if there is an alternative perspective that just helps. It could make all the difference, right? In the end, empathy isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, and sometimes that alone is enough to change their story and maybe your own. If you are an empathetic manager, you might also be the one who is struggling to be always available for everyone. And that brings along in itself a world of struggles. It's a superpower, but how do you protect yourself too? I have talked about it here. Thank you, and I hope to see you in this one.